Hey folks, Brian Stevens here again with Survival on Purpose, and in today's video I want to show you my camping setup I've been using for a little over 3 years. I've used this on weekend campouts, I've used it for week-long summer camps with the Boy Scouts, and it is the Hennessey Hammock. In my opinion, this is the Hilton of hammocks, and I don't like sleeping on the ground. It's tough on my bones, tough on my hips, and I just much prefer sleeping in a hammock. And so a guy in my scout troop, Boy Scout troop, told me about these, and like I say, I've been using it for about 3 years. So what I like about it is a couple things. It's pretty lightweight. This thing weighs 2 pounds 12 ounces. That may or may not include the tarp, but it's not much more if it doesn't. So sets up, gosh, I'm literally 5 minutes. It may take a little longer on this video as I'm explaining some stuff as I go, but it's all one contained package. It keeps the bugs off of you, keeps the rain off of you, and it's extremely comfortable. So without further ado, I'll show you how this thing sets up. Take it out. Comes in this carry bag. Oh, there went my, okay, so I got the bag. Some stakes. And the hammock. So the first thing you need to know is, and I learned this the hard way, you need to find 2 trees about 20 feet apart for this hammock to work. And if they're any closer, it really won't work. So I've stepped off a couple trees here and we'll go from there. The other thing that I wanted to point out is, you see I've got a little orange paracord tied on one end. That's the end that the opening's on you get in the hammock. This is a closed hammock, you get in on one end of it. So you may want that end at a certain place depending on how it's laid out. So what I've done is just a little modification I made. I tied these on so that I can always know which end the door's on when I go to set it up, so I have to take it back down and move it. So what you do is, and it's kind of like a snake, it's got snake skins on. I'll explain that to you, but you spread these out between the trees, and then what I'm going to generally do is, this thing comes with, these are called tree huggers, and they're just straps that instead of tying your rope to the tree, they help protect the tree. But what they also do is they help protect the ropes. These ropes are integral to the hammock, so they're actually made part of it. So you don't want to try to replace these. So these allow you to not put abrasion and wear on the ropes. You can replace these pretty simply, and you don't have to change your rope. You don't mess your rope up on your hammock. So I like to put this tree hugger around about eye level. And then there's a special knot that you use, and we'll go over that after I show you the setup. We'll do a close-up of the knots, because it's a lot easier to do that than try to do it here. So, but like again, about eye level. Give yourself a little slack, and I just tie a slip knot in it for now, maybe a couple to hold it in place while I do the other end and get it up. Okay, same thing here on this end. So you wrap the tree hugger around, thread the rope through it, and pull it. Again, I like mine pretty tight. It's a matter of choice. Okay, and here's the special knot. And what I'll do is I'll give you a close-up of this in a minute. Okay, so I took my slip knot back out of here that was temporary, and I want to show you the special kind of knot they recommend. And I don't think I do it exactly like they show on their website, but it works very well. It's the same principle. One thing you want to be sure is, you want the foot end lower than the head end just a little bit. You want your head above your feet. You don't want to sleep with your feet below your head. So you can kind of adjust that out and look at it. When you look at it, you know, I like mine again tight. So I pull this pretty tight. And once you got it tight, then what I do is wrap this over one time like that. All right. So you're kind of making a bite here, and then come through the tree hugger loop. All right, and then I think what the Hennessey Hammock website just shows, going around, coming over and back through, and making a figure 8 and doing the same thing over. So you can do that just like this. Go through, you make that figure 8, and they're showing, I think, 3 times or maybe 4 times. But you make that figure 8 every time. So you got like and then after 4 times, you come around, you loop here, and what I do is pull up through and make this a slip knot. That's really easy to get out. You just pull it to come out, and you can actually pull that through if you want to, just to keep it from coming untied one more time. But all your pressure is not on this knot, so this knot is going to be really easy to get undone. One of the problems with hammocks sometimes, if you don't use the correct knot, man, when you try to take them down, that thing is really, really tight. But in this case, your knot is so loose, you can see it just flops around. So it's really easy to get undone. So that's the special knot. It works really well, and hope that was really clear to you. Again, there's some really good videos on Hennessey's website. So I'm going to back the camera back up and show you how quickly this thing sets up once you get it tied to the trees. Okay, so you've got your hammock tied to the tree. Now, the great thing about it, and it comes, generally mine came with these things called snake skins, and you can see why they look kind of like a snake. And what they do is they just cover the hammock up in here. But what's great about it, you can just go ahead and slide these things down. To the back. Same thing on the other side. And your hammock unfolds. And I want to show you one thing, one slight modification I made. It comes with some elastic cords that you use to tie it out with. I made a modification. I kept having people trip over these things because I'm camping with the Boy Scouts a lot, and there's a lot of kids running around at night. So I put this reflective cord on here, and when you shine it with a flashlight at night, it actually just lights up like it's almost like it's lit. And the drawback is it's not stretch. And I spoke with the people at Hennessey Hammock, and they said, you know, the stretch is there just kind of give you some added comfort. So I may wind up changing this back. I've used it like this for last three or four campouts I went on, but it definitely shines at night. But so basically you've got a rain fly and your hammock. Now, the other thing is the videos that I saw on Hennessey's website, they kind of show the hammock and the rain fly on two separate lines hanging from the tree. Let me get back here. The way mine is set up, and it's the way it came from Hennessey, the rain fly is actually attached to the hammock line. The hammock is it's all built together with the guy line inside of it, and the rain fly is actually just clips on. Let me see, I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's a clip up here that you clip the rain fly onto. It's not rocket science. So all you do is, what I do is just throw this out of the way, take one of these handy dandy stakes that I bought at Walmart. Pull it out here. Okay, and I want to get you a close-up. I'm going to show you one more thing that I do. It's called a trucker's hitch. You may or may not be aware of it, but it's just a really quick way to tighten your lines up, and it's really easy to get undone. So what you want to do is, this is going to pass over like this, right? So you want to start with the line coming from between the hammock and the stake, and you want to make a loop. And basically you tie a slip knot, and the part that goes through the loop is the part that goes to the stake, not the part that goes to the hammock. So if that makes sense, again, get a really close-up view of this. You make a loop, and then this part that's going to the stake comes back up through the loop, and you pull it, and you got a slip knot there. Okay. Well, then if you take and you wrap your line around the stake, you pull it through the slip knot. You can pull it down tight. Then you pinch it together right there, and you just make another slip knot, almost like tying your shoes, and you pull that up, and then you got to really tension. You tension. If you need to make it tighter, you just pull it out and do it again. What's really great about it is, when you get ready to take it down, you don't have a bunch of knots. You pull that one time, pull it out, and then you pull your slip knot out, and you're done. So I'll go ahead and do that. We'll do it 4 times. No sense in you watching that, and then I'll show you how easy it is to take the hammock down. So we'll be right back with you. Okay, so we've got it set up now. You can see we've got the rain fly tied out and the hammock tied out in all corners. What's unique about this hammock You can see it says on the package here, it says Asym. It's asymmetrical. So one of the problems with a hammock is when you lay in it, it curves your back and really hurts your back. So this thing is designed on this corner here is further this way than the back corner, so you kind of lay in it diagonally. And typically what you're going to do is your head's going to be up there and your feet are going to be in this corner. And so when you lay in it, you don't have that curvature like a typical hammock. You're actually laying across it. So I usually take the bag and just clip it up here somewhere, so I can put my stuff in it. I'm gonna try to quit saying And then what's really unique about this hammock is it's got a Velcro closure here. And what you do is you get inside the hammock, and I'm gonna show you, and you lay down and kind of, really don't have to fool with it. It just kind of closes itself back and keeps the bugs out. Now I've got this thing adjusted down pretty close. In the summertime, if it's good weather, you can put these flies out higher. You can see it's got mosquito netting here. I don't know if you can see underneath here. It's got I just pulled it up. You got a ridge line here. There's a couple of hooks in here you can hang stuff from. There's a little net in there you can hang stuff from. I just pulled my stake out, so I'll be right back with you. Okay, I fixed the guy line back. I actually took the rain fly off on one side so you can see inside a little better, hopefully. And I'm going to show you how you get in this thing. You just open the Velcro here at the bottom. What you do is you get in, you basically scoot your rear end in it, lay down in it, and then you just pick your feet up and put them in. And when you do, this Velcro automatically closes itself. You put your feet in this corner, your head up in the other corner, and you go nighty-night. So it's pretty comfortable. Then you get up in the morning, you just open the Velcro, hop out. Again, I usually take my boots off. Now here's where this thing really shines. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to take down. First, I'm just gonna pull all the stakes up. You don't need to see that. Just take well, I'll show you this one time. I'll get a close up here. Again, this is what's so great about this knot, this trucker hitch. Pull it one time to release that, one time to release that, and you're done. So let me just pull the stakes up. Let me get all these stakes up and I'll show you how quickly this thing folds up. Okay, so I've got the stakes up, show you how quick this thing goes together. I think I'm almost out of battery on so what you do is just slide these snake skins down. This one kind of went in on itself reverse. My hands are really cold, it's part of the problem here. And this just kind of goes up inside the snake skin. So it's really, really quick. And then what I do is I don't even try to be neat with it. I just take these cords, kind of just lay them up inside this. The rain fly, just kind of roll it up. Grab the snake skins from the other side and just pull them down. You might have to do a little tucking in here, but it's okay. Then kind of overlap them. Take it down, fold it back up, put it in the bag along with the stakes, and you're done. The great thing about it is how quickly it packs up, I think. Again, it's a really, really, really great hammock. I would absolutely recommend it to anybody if you like sleeping in a hammock. If you're like me, I'm not too good laying on the ground anymore. So the only really drawback to a hammock is cold weather. Hennessey actually offers an underskirt kit that goes with it. It's about 130 bucks that another guy in my troop has got, and he says it's great. So thinking about looking at one of those. But once again, I hope this has been very helpful. If you're interested in a really good hammock, I'd say this is it for you. I have nothing but good to say about it. So this is Brian Stevens with Survival on Purpose. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments, for your subscriptions, and just all your support. Remember, survival is no accident. See you next time.